Well, hi there pluckers, I was Solvinger again with you. Thanks indeed for joining me for another guitar lesson. This is a song that's been requested and by one of my subscribers, and it's a song called Everchanging by a gentleman called Rise Against. It goes under the name of. Okay, now the first thing to note is this song is normally played by the gentleman in question with his guitar slightly detuned. Okay, to E flat standard tuning, I believe. Okay, so I'm not doing that. I'm playing this in standard tuning. Okay, so if you want to play along with the record, you would need to detune your guitar to E flat standard tuning. That's basically, you need to take every string down one note. So both E strings become E flat, the A string becomes an A flat, D string becomes a D flat, and G string becomes F sharp, and the B string becomes B flat. Okay, and then just use exactly the same shapes and frets that I've used on this lesson. Okay, and you'll be in tune with the record. But for simplicity, I've kept this in standard tuning. Okay, so the song starts off. I will put a link in the description box, by the way, that takes you to a video of this song being played. Okay, so let's get to it. The first part of the song is basically all part a chord sequence, right? Fairly simple chord sequence. Okay, but it's played in different styles. It starts off arpeggiated, then it gets into palm muting, and then it gets into palm muting with a bit of stabbing. So I'll show you that. Okay, I'm going to break this song down into sections. I'm not going to sing it to you. Okay, I'm not particularly good at singing these modern type of songs. I'm an old fuddy-duddy, so I'll leave it to you to put it together. If you know the song well, you'll have no problem, I'm sure. Okay, so the first riff, or the guitar sequence of chords, is this. Okay, it's a it's that sort of thing. Okay, so it starts off with a sort of form of A minor seventh, I think, and I'm playing my sixth string on the fifth fret with my third finger. Fifth string is fretted on the third fret by my first finger. Okay, and finally my pinky is taking over on the fourth string on the fifth fret. So you've got, if you can see that, it should sound, the first, fifth, sixth, fifth and fourth strings should sound like that, if you've got it fretted right. Okay. And what you basically do is you play the strings 6, 5, 4, 5. Got that? Okay. Second chord is an F chord, but before you get to the F chord, the way I hear it, I'm not 100%, you know, it might be, someone might pull me up on this, but I think there's an open sixth string, so it's okay, then you play an open sixth string, and then you play this partial F chord, first finger on the first fret of the sixth string, third finger is going on the third fret of the fifth string, and pinky is going on the third fret of the fourth string. Just those three. Okay, and it's the same picking pattern, 6, 5, 4, 5. Okay, so what you've got so far is got that with the open 6 in between them. Okay. Sorry, I played that wrong. Let's do that again. Okay. Then once again you play the open 6. Okay. Then you play the sort of bassy end of a full C chord. Okay. So you've got my third finger on this third fret of the sixth string. My pinky is on the third fret of the fifth string. and my second finger is on the second fret of the fourth string. Okay, and again it's the same picking pattern: 6, 5, 4, 5. Okay, so far we've got this. Okay, slowly. And then what happens, he plays a little run, okay, and what it is basically the 6 string 3rd fret, open 4th string, so you have to lift that finger off, okay, second finger comes off, so you play the 6th string, 3rd fret, open 4th string, then you play pinky on the 3rd fret of the 5th, then lower it down to the 2nd fret on the 5th, and then put pinky back onto the 3rd fret of the 5th. So, got that? Back to the 3rd fret on the 5th. Okay? So the whole thing, slowly. Got that? And then what you do is you then hit that 6th string 3rd fret again, and then move it back to the first shape, and then start the riff again. So it goes bum 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 bum. Got that? Bum 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 bum. So the whole thing is like this. Right, here we go. Slowly. And it does that about 4 times like that, and then he basically changes basically the same chord sequence, but with palm muting. So he puts obviously the edge of his hand goes back towards the bridge, resting very lightly on the 6th, 5th and 4th strings basically, and he plays the same. He goes into the section of the verse that does same chords, with that sort of sound. Okay. Just strumming it downwards. Does the A minor 7th, then the F, then the C. And instead of playing the riff, where you used to go, sorry, you don't play the riff, you play a G chord, which is the same as the F chord, but up 2 frets. So first finger is on the 3rd fret of the 6th, 3rd finger is on the 5th fret of the 5th string, and pinky is on the 5th fret of the 4th string. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same as the F, but up 2 frets. Okay. So you end up with this. Instead of doing the arpeggiated bit, you're doing the palm muted bit, which is. Okay, and then the third part of the verse, same chord sequence as we've just done with the G shape in it, but he does it with stabs. Okay, so it goes something like this. So it comes out of the palm muted bit. So let's do the palm muted bit. And then we're going to go into the stabs. And it goes in. That sort of thing, okay. I mean, you can vary how much damping you put on it. I mean, you can just. However, but it's got those 2 stabs in. Da, 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 da. Okay, and then he does that a few times and comes to the end of the verse, right? And then you get this bit that goes something. This is probably one of the trickiest parts of the song because that bit, okay. So it's and it's quite fast strumming, but it's okay. And this is the easy way of playing it, I think. So basically, you need to put your cover the first and second strings at the third fret, okay, like you do, well, like you would with a 4-finger G chord, okay, and you play that, and then you take the first string, this pinky, off, okay, and put your first finger on the first fret of the first string. So you've got, you're now playing the first fret of the first string and the third fret. That one stays put on the third fret of the second string. So it goes, and then what you do then is you take that first finger off, right, so and then a couple of flicks with just that single third on the second string held down, okay. And then take that, replace the third finger on the third fret of the second string with first finger on the first fret of the second string, and you end up on that one, just on its own, okay. So it's down, sorry, let's do it again. Let's do it again slowly. Okay, slowly, I'll play it as slow as I can, okay. Just trying to get my fingers out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Now, if you master that, to make it really full, and probably what he does on the record when he performs it, he plays the whole 6 strings instead of just these few at the bottom here, the first and second, third strings. He puts he plays like a G chord, okay, and holds that third fret of the 6th string all the way through that, and mutes the second string by lean that finger over, so it mutes the 5th string, okay. So then you can hit all 6 strings now, but you've got to get that riff in. So it's okay. But if you get that first bit, practice that first bit with just the first 3 or 4 strings. And when you get that into your head, put that finger over to the 6th string on the 3rd fret, bend it over slightly so you kill the 5th string, and do the whole lot, right? Okay, right, so that's the next bit. Then it goes into this sort of pre-chorusy thing, well, I don't know what it's called. That bit. Okay, so it's C, that's very simple, it's basically C after that fast bit, okay, C to G to C to an F with an added 9th, okay. So the way I'm playing it is basically it's an F chord, right, but I'm taking that second finger off, okay, so I've got an open 3rd string, so you get that sound. Rather than F, you got that sound. I think that's what he's playing. I'm not positive, but I think that's what he's playing. It's definitely, it's not standard F, and I think that's as close as I can get to it. So it goes. Sorry. And then it goes back to that palm muted bit. Okay, it doesn't do the arpeggiated bit anymore. Goes straight into the palm muted bit. That bit. Okay, so after the see what I mean? So on, then it goes back into that bit. Okay, and so it goes through the whole thing again and ends up with another section of that bit, another bit of chunky bit, and then it goes into that bit, and then it goes into that. Okay, and then it stops and it just plays C, and it goes into that bit. Goes and now something. It's kept me here too long, and you can't leave me, hey, and I'm already gone. It's just all on C, okay? And then he goes into the next chord sequence, which is basically C, it's here, C to the F added ninth, to A minor, to G, okay, and then C, F, ninth, G, G, A minor, sorry, is that right? C, G, F, ninth. That's not wrong in it, that's wrong, sorry, forget what I've just said. C, F ninth, A minor to G, C, F ninth, G. That's better, sorry about that. So C, F ninth, C, no, A minor, sorry, G, that's it. C, F, ninth, G. Okay, so that's the bit where it goes. Well, something, as that's right. Well, now something has kept me here too long. That bit. Basically, for the very last part of the song, he just speeds the whole thing up. Sorry. Goes into C, and now something has kept me here too long, and now I've gone. Something like that. Sorry about the confusion at the end there. Yeah, it's just a case of remembering it all. Anyway, I hope that helps you anyway. I'm sure you'll be able to work your way through that if you know the song quite well. Okay, thanks for watching anyway. I hope that helps you out somewhat, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.